Okay, we're going to start on the Yamaha today. Alright, now we can turn it off. Alright, so we need to get rid of all this frayed cable here. It's alright that it's frayed like that because we're going to wrap it up. Now we got rid of all that. We got good cable to clamp on. So we need a D12 socket. There we go, we got it really tight. Alright. That won't come loose on no more, it looks a little better. I don't want to go real big, just enough for him to get his hook the latch. There. Just like that, he's good. These titanium step-up bits probably by far one of the best inventions ever. Alright. I like it. I like it a lot. Sit Susan down. These. Okay. Oh. So I was already in here. That way I looked at what we needed. This nut's just on here. I already got the drum. This just pulls off the axle spline. There's a O-ring, that's why that is a butt to come off. Look at all that brake dust. Oops. Alright. And then next you got your actual drum housing. Be sure not to pull the axle with it. and be sure the brakes ain't gotta, well, make sure your pads ain't sticking to the drum. Same thing with cars, it does that. So we got some couch pads here. Springs are different, pads are different. You can't just get these off real easy. And like I was saying, this axle does pull out and push in. Pulls out the other side is what I mean. Goes that way. Pushes the whole thing right out the other side. You got anti-seize on the splines. Try not to rub a lot of that off or you're going to be putting more back on. That's one way to get them. So like I said, these brakes weren't bad, but the guy wanted them changed. And if you can see, it does have some chips here. And they're also not 100%. You can see they are wore down some. Boy, it doesn't matter. They don't make brakes for shit anymore. Look how they're cracked already. So no wonder they do this shit. Alright, so I'm going to give them the old ones back too. His main problem is I'll show you here after we get done with this. And we're leaving the springs on. We're going to pull this apart. Now you guys can't see. And slide it up over this. This thing twists, and that's what expands the brakes. I'll get a hold of you guys and show you what's going on back here. The damn light is so bright. It's in my face. Alright, show you what's going on with the back end here. It's a little bit more than a pad problem. So here his barrel has came out of this side, which it doesn't really cause a problem, but it does when you pull. So when you pull it and it's not in there, it'll kind of go like that, and it'll make it feel like you're not really on the brake, and plus it's not pulling the handle really hard enough. So we're going to just lube all this up, clean this O-ring up from that mud. We're going to lube all this up real good, see if we can get it going. Ow. Luckily the fronts don't have nothing wrong with them, but like I said, it's a little bit more of a pad problem here. Kind of have that going on as well. Alright. So we got a problem. Our O-ring's too big. It's getting pushed out. So, yep, it already ripped itself, so that's what I was going to say. So what we can do is trim a little bit out. I hate to do that, but it's better than having to buy a new O-ring. They get stretched out over time. This is just to keep water and mud out, so we can just trim that a little bit, thankfully. Just a little bit, not much. Just like that. it's sticking out. Throw this guy back on. I'm gonna reach over here, hold the other side, sliding through. There. She likes to pull through. There's no pin in this, so we gotta get a pin. And of course there wasn't a pin in it, so we're going to slap one in it here. Alright. Alright, now we can pull this off, but the barrels are going to come with it. Okay, now we just fixed it to where it holds the barrel, but now we're going to take it over to the bench. We're going to bring this part up. We're going to pull that guy over and that'll be straight. So I'm not going to take the camera all the way over, just show you that. And then we're going to reposition this a little further back, so they have all their adjustment back, because their adjustment was pretty much gone on that. Alright, so I'll fix this and I'll bring it back and show you in a second. Okay. We got the bottom brought up. I know this is in a little bit, but that's just so it holds the barrel real good. But that's perfect. So we're actually going to see if we can get it put on a little further back and help this situation out. Alright, let's see. This one sits like this. This one just comes in at an angle. We took this much out of the spring. We used heat, and then we cooled it down with water so it's still real strong. As you can see, we still have, this is the part I made. So we cut that much out. Let's try it. If it's not enough, we'll go back and cut some more. That seems to be alright. But what we did was we got them moving around before they wasn't moving. See, we still have plenty of brake pad. They just wasn't moving. So we're going to keep them from binding a caliper. We'll get them moving around real good, and we'll get that piston going in and out. And then we'll do the other side though. Ooh-wee. Okay. Now we got that working great. We'll put it back on here. Put our 2 bolts back in. Stinking camera keeps dying, pissing me off. Just talking and showing everybody the shit the whole time and it wasn't even on. Anyway, so on this side, one of these was stripped out. Can't believe I fucking didn't get that. If the guy's watching, when I went to do the other side, one of these, before I even got the stuff on it, one of these was stripped out, so I couldn't get it out. I tried everything, welding something to it. But the pads were good. I'll show you. They still had some life left to them. So that's why I didn't really worry about it. Or I would have ordered another caliper immediately. They still had quite a bit, so what I did was just got all the gunk out of there. That's about what the other brake pads look like. The other side had a little bit more, actually. Besides your side that wears down quicker. So the other side had a little bit more brake pads still. So what I did was got all this gunk out of there that was up in here. Of course it wasn't recording once again, but as you can see, all this was in the brake pads pretty much. Or in the caliper here. So I just cleaned the other side up, and the brake pads are still good. They're in there. If I was worried about it, I would have went ahead and ordered a caliper and did it, but I'm going to try to save you some money. You can probably get by a year or two on those brake pads over there, and then you can buy a caliper. Alright, so let's put up. Look at that fucking spring it broke. Is that not fucking crazy? I've never had one of those break either. Always a first. Alright, let's see if we get the Yamaha started. Fingers crossed. Wasn't supposed to, I didn't know I was going to have to clean the carb. I thought it was a brake job and a pull start job, which is fine, but I didn't quote for that. I fixed the plow. I did the brakes. I fixed the brake bracket. Put a battery in it. Did the carb. I don't know. A few things. Let's see if we can get her to fire up. Go ahead and choke it.